Hello, my name is Njeri Njoroge, a graduate architect, also known as a cooking architect. Once again, welcome to Afford Your Design. Let's do this. Hello, welcome once again to this episode of Afford Your Design. Thank you for everyone who's coming back. If it's your first time here, do remember to like and subscribe. So today's episode is episode 5. 5 is a number of grace. And our guest today is Grace Atieno. I'm so privileged and so happy to meet her and to have her with us today. So I'll let her introduce herself to us. So yes, Grace, karibu.
Asante sana.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
It is so good to have you here today.
Thank you.
So I know you're not new on YouTube, but I'm sure you're new to the viewers we have here.
Yes.
So please, would you please introduce yourself?
Okay.
Yeah.
My name is Grace Atieno. I'm an interior designer and also the director for Cubes and Containers Design Kenya.
Good stuff. So,
Yes.
now that Grace has not said everything about herself, she has been the 1.3 million views, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, she did an episode on YouTube where she showed and explained her container housing. Container is something I'm very passionate about. I'm hoping I will learn as much as I can from you today.
I hope so too.
Yes. So, welcome.
Thank you so much. Asante sana.
So, today on the menu is some spaghetti and some mince. The mince today we're going to have a small twist to it. It's very simple, very easy.
Yes.
It's a recipe I got from one of my good friends. I will not mention their names, but yeah, one of my very good friends.
Yes.
But yeah, so we'll start. Let me put the fire on. So Grace.
Yes.
When did your passion for containers begin? Like where did it all come from?
Mine is a long story. I don't think I can tell you exactly when and how. When I left campus, I have always been attracted to different stuff. By different, I mean things that are not very common. And when I was in campus, at some point I started doing tire furniture made out of old tires. Then when I left school, what I knew I wanted was something different.
Yes.
There was a period I was a bit confused. Then my sister led me now to containers. So she saw a company that did the same and she asked me to check it out. So the whole plan was just to go check it out, see if it's something I would like. Then if they had an opening, I ask to be employed, and that's it. So when I went in, I first posed as a client just to get the whole idea of containers. I was just as new as anyone would be. I had just seen them on Facebook, so I went in, posed as a client, they sold to me. Then after they were done, I told them, now I'm an intern and I'm looking for internship. I'm an interior designer, I'm looking for internship, and I think I can fit in here.
So you actually have a background in interior design?
Yes.
Okay.
So when they were allowing me to the company, I would say it was a forced opportunity, because the first thing they told me was, we don't have an opening now, we cannot afford any more people now, but if you can facilitate your coming to work, if you can facilitate yourself, basically, if you can take care of yourself, we'll give you the opportunity. You can come to the office, see how people are selling, see how people are doing, whatever they're doing. Then if it's something you're still interested in, you can be part of.
Okay, before you continue, because I've seen we are...
Yes.
Help me with one of the mucos.
Okay.
Yes. So in this recipe, let me just explain, because our story is today about to be on fire.
Yes.
I'll place the meat. We're going to the mince meat. We're just going to put them in the fire and let them just simmer on their own and boil and remove and get all the water out. And then we are just going to do a pasta sauce in it and some few spices and some natural yogurt, and that's the recipe.
All right.
And it is amazing. I cannot wait for it to taste it.
I am so waiting.
Okay. I think I'll add a little bit of some water.
Okay.
Just let it simmer. So there's this video that went. That's how I
Yes.
found you. I found her and just made a phone call, and she said yes, and I was like, wow. Your house.
Yes.
Please tell us.
In 2017, when I was actually getting very comfortable in the container space, I remember telling my colleagues that one day, just one day, I'll live in a container house.
Yes.
So we said it in passing. I think we were sitting around a table.
Yes.
And we were discussing. Everyone was saying, me container siezi, container I can. Container.
Yeah.
I said very boldly, maybe to own a container house. If I'm building, I'll build a container house.
Wow.
So my container house came about because of two reasons. One, I have always wanted to build a container house. Two, when Corona came, there was a period everyone was panicking. We were not receiving business the way we were hoping to receive at that point.
Yes.
And so you become very cautious on your expenses, and especially the recurrent expenses. Paying rent is a recurrent expenditure. And I used to live just next to where I work. I was paying, I think, about 15K there. So I thought, I have always wanted to do a container home. And this is just the perfect time to do a container home. That way, I get to cut down on my recurrent expenses.
Which is rent.
Yes, and then container home made sense because I was now doing it on a leased piece of land. We're operating from a leased piece of land. So anything permanent there would not make sense.
Yes.
So container made sense. And then the fact that, yes, I'm within the container space, so why not containers? That's how I got into building the container home. So I had two containers. One we were then using as a container office, our office, and another one we had done as a shop. Then it didn't go where it was supposed to be, so we needed to either resell, which would have taken a longer time, or repurpose now to something else.
Okay. So on this show, we really look into the idea and the concept of affordability of housing. So now, having been in the industry,
Yes.
so how much more affordable is going the container way for you as compared to the the normal way of doing bricks?
When I look at affordability, I look at the actual cost of building it and the situation around building it.
Okay.
So for my actual cost, right now containers have gone up because of a global shortage.
Yes,
but
yes,
when
yes.
I started off, the prices were fair.
Okay.
Now, if you are to look at how much I started off with, my working budget, when I was doing that house, my working budget was 1.5 million.
Okay.
With the cost and saving here and there, I've not gotten to that 1.5. But still, I've not finished the house to completion.
Okay.
It's at, I would say, 70%. So when you build with containers, you get to save between 5 to 35% of your construction cost, based on where you're constructing and how you're constructing it. We have some areas where getting materials, building materials is a pain,
Yeah.
And containers, because most of the times you do it in Nairobi and only transport a complete unit, that seems to make sense to a lot of people who are struggling to build with the other contemporary building method.
Yes.
So for me, I was saving quite a bit. Then also looking at the fact that this is a house I will transition with, not only for the space, but for the future. If a family grows, it grows with me. If I'm moving from one location, I'm moving with it. If you look at affordability from that aspect, that is affordable.
Yeah, and I think it is affordable because one of the principles of affordability is incremental housing.
Yes.
And that's just a very good example of how you can build incrementally with, as needs arise, as
and
costs
you can actually
increase.
reduce if you don't really, when your needs, say you build a house now, a 3-bedroom house, you have 2 kids.
Yeah.
So you have your own bedroom and then your kids have their own bedroom.
Yeah.
They get to an age now, they no longer live with you. You're not forced to have a 3-bedroom.
Yeah.
You can downsize.
So your for those who have not watched your videos, your container You know, there are 2 containers with
Yes.
some bit of extension.
Yes.
So for them, what spaces do they house?
It's a 1-bedroom house made out of 2 20-feet containers. The lower container has the living room and the kitchen. It's an open plan
Which is
kitchen.
very big. Like for me, I looked at it and I was like, that's a big kitchen for a container.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then the top container, we have the bedroom space. We have a space that you can call a walk-in closet or just a transitional space. And then we have the toilet and bathroom.
Toilet and bathroom.
Now, one thing I would say is a luxury in my house that is not a luxury in most, that I have a transition. For a tiny house, you get to still have space to call a transitional space.
Yeah.
So for a tiny house, I would say my house is quite big.
Yeah. What would you say was the craziest or the like the lowest moment while doing this construction? How long did it take actually in terms of time? Because also time brings in
From the
matter of
moment I
affordability.
said I want to start to the moment I moved in,
Yeah.
2 months.
Are you serious? Within 2 months, you had
Yes.
your 1-bedroom house.
Yes.
You
And
guys.
that was longer. If I'm doing it for a client, it should take a month.
Who said you cannot own your own home? Who said there is a solution we've been looking
Yes.
for?
For me, it's because I didn't have that pressure, Sana. I actually created pressure for me to finish it. I had to move out, go back, live with my parents, kidogo, for a month, and I had a deadline of 1 month. Within 1 month, I
So that
should
you
go
make sure
back.
you get out.
Yes,
That's a
otherwise
good one.
I would have done it in, I don't know how
And
long.
now it's rent-free. You're living rent-free.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe we just hold on the story first. We try. Yes, we can move closer.
Let me help you with that.
Thank you. Be careful. Yes. Yes. So the nyama got ready. We just added a little bit of oil and let it fry. Do you love cooking yourself?
Yes and no. I cook with moods.
Okay.
Nina siku za kupika.
Sisi huko hatujajingi watu. We are okay. It is well.
Hapo kuna days I wacha jikoni ngoje kidogo.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's some pasta sauce I really like.
All right.
It came to my life. I stay with my younger brother. So like every time I'm in a hurry or I don't feel like really cooking at night.
Yes.
This is it. Mincemeat, let it boil, let it fry, put some pasta sauce and some
that's it.
spices, and that's it.
Okay.
So there we go. It is so yummy.
Okay.
My mom taught me never to waste. So let me just put some more. She will watch this and she'll be like, what is that?
Don't
Did
we
you
all? I
just
think we all went through that. That's how you learn you need to do that.
Yeah, you have to. Who are we leaving it for? Mom would just be like, did you just throw?
Hiyo ni pesa umetupa. My mom would say that.
Yeah, she's just giving you stories of how
Hi,
people
Mom.
are suffering from hunger.
I know she'll say that. Atasema, no.
To really appreciate them. So that is it. So yeah.
So we let that simmer?
Yeah, we just need to let it simmer. It's not even for too long.
All right.
Probably it's even simmering. But it doesn't stay for too long.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know this is different. You don't do this on your show. Why did you choose architecture?
Whoa. And the interviewer becomes the interviewee.
Yes.
Why did I choose architecture?
Yes.
I was very passionate about art. Very passionate about art. And I wanted
What
to
part
actually
of art? The fine art?
Yeah, fine art.
Okay.
Art. Okay.
Same
When
here.
I was in high school, I took music and I took music classes and I took
Did you have art and design?
Art. Yes, I was art and design. I did took
Okay.
music. I even forgot what I took, but I remember I used to do music.
Yes.
And then the art and design students
Yes.
used to look like they have so much fun doing these
Yes.
collages, breaking glass.
We did. We had a lot of fun.
It is well. You guys used to have a lot of fun.
Yes.
So I was like, immediately I finished school, I'm going to take fine arts and
Yes.
do this for life, you know?
Yes.
I'm just trying to reduce so as it doesn't burn you.
Okay.
Then what? So when I was choosing this, you know, I did 844. So
Yes.
when I was choosing the what is it called, the course, my auntie was like, "What are you choosing?" I told her I'm taking fine arts. She was like, "Why?" Like, you're such a smart girl. Go for the highest form of art. Of course, at that time, after researching, everybody was like, architecture is the highest form of art. That's how I went for it. And I did a lot of research about it, and I started becoming so passionate about buildings And for me, the best part of architecture is the design part. The responding to something, responding to client needs, responding to the environment,
Yes.
responding to, you know, even if it's the terrain of the land and so on and so
Yes.
forth. That's the part I like. Conceptualizing, like thinking through, I want this to look like this,
Yes.
but because of 1, 2, 3. And that is why whenever I get into a space, I always ask, what did this person think?
When they were creating that
Yeah,
space.
like what were they thinking about? What was their thought process behind it? So I really like that about architecture.
Fun fact, I think I wanted to do architecture. I know I wanted to do architecture after high school.
Uh-huh.
Then something to do with points at that point.
Ah, okay.
Because you are making your selection, you do your first selection, then you do your second selection. The
Yeah.
only thing that made me not proceed to architecture was because if I was to go for that option, because I missed out on the first selection, it would mean I go self-sponsored way. And by that time, my parents were really feeling it when it came to school fees. I didn't want to add to their burden.
Yes.
So for me, interior design seemed like the closest second to architecture. But then again, I think that's also the reason why I do containers, because I get to feel like an architect from start to finish.
Yes, you are. That's the definition of an architect.
But
you think
still, you know, the only thing that stops us from calling ourselves architects is because of that stamp. And
But it's true. Let me tell you, we actually go through.
yes.
Hey, we go through a lot.
Yes.
Hey, please. No.
So what are you adding?
Also, I've just added some soy sauce and some black pepper because
Alright.
I can tell you right now, we are done with our...
It's that easy.
It's that
and
easy.
you're done.
Then the next thing is I'll put some natural yogurt, but I'll have to put the fire off
Okay.
and just let it be.
So this doesn't actively cook.
You can. Okay, something about me, I really don't like overcooking things.
Okay.
I like personally, I really love natural yogurt.
All right.
But if you want, you can definitely cook it, but it brings a very nice, it's like some tang to it.
Nice, nice.
My small brother really loves it when we started the idea, the concept. So I was like...
I've learned something new today.
Yeah.
Okay, let me help you with that.
Thank you. And that's how our mince is. I think we're just going to boil some spaghetti.
Okay.
And then maybe we just do a cut and come back when we are plating and we do some tasting.
Okay.
And finish this awesomely amazing episode today. This was such a good day. Such a good one.
You've done a good job here.
I am just beginning. So, yes, we'll be right back. Thank you. So we've just done the plating. The food looks amazing. Oh my goodness.
It does.
Yes, it does. So how have you found this experience?
It's nice.
It is?
It's nice. I love everything about what we've done. I didn't realize it was that easy. How long have you taken to do this? I've not even noticed. Over the conversation and all, I've not noticed.
Yeah. If we're not talking, probably would take like maybe 15 minutes max.
Yeah, and it's very seamless how you've done from stage one to, it's simple. It's something you can easily replicate at home.
Yes.
You don't need to go back and look at the video or whatever to know exactly what you've done.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, so maybe it's that time we try and see if it tastes
as good as it looks. True.
Okay, at least I know it does because my brother has made me do this so many times. So, okay, maybe we do some tasting and then we know.
I love the meat. I think that's the first thing I've tasted.
One of the things I really like about the pasta sauce, it's like it has some sugar.
Yes, it does.
It has some sweetness.
Yes.
And then it's also a bit spicy at the same time. So that's why I really like using it. And it's not the bad spicy because kids can enjoy it as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all done. Can I take this home? I think I can, but no.
You've been such an amazing guest. How would I say no? This is so good. Another thing, the tang from the natural yogurt.
There's an aftertaste I'm getting. Is that from the yogurt?
It's from the yogurt.
Okay.
So guys who like, they can add cheese, make it all,
Do you think cheese would be better?
Personally, no. I don't like cheese on my mince, but I know guys who do.
How do you think it would have tasted without the yogurt? Plain?
Yeah, plain. Should not have the tang. That's a fact. At least you've tried it. This yogurt idea is a friend of mine who just came and said, try putting natural yogurt. And I was like, oh yeah, it's a good idea. And it's very nice. Maybe the only problem is if you're planning to make big amount for like the following day.
You have to do it like for one.
Yes.
For one meal.
But this was amazing. So guys, that's how we've made
nice.
our mince, simple mince and spaghetti. So yeah, it was so good having you here today.
I have had so much fun. I've not even realized how much time we've spent here, but yes, it has been worth it.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Probability of me having you here again is very high. I was just telling her when we were plating, how now she's gonna be like, I have to consult with her because she's living my dream of container.
Am I?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You actually are living my dream.
So would you live in a container house?
Would I live in a container house? 100%. I cannot
Full-time,
wait.
not
Full-time.
Airbnb, full-time.
Full-time. I always say my Pinterest, like I should show you my Pinterest board. Containers, tiny living, amazing.
Wow, if you had to do a container house, what size?
What size?
1 bedroom, 2 bed.
No. Me, I'm thinking about me and my family. I'm thinking.
So it's a big house.
Yeah, I'm talking about 3 or 4 bedroom, depending on how many children are coming. We don't know about the future.
Yes.
We can only hope.
Think of me when you do.
I will, because this is just the beginning of, I believe, bigger partnerships.
Yes.
So, guys, I hope you've really enjoyed this episode like I have. Please, as always, like, share, subscribe. I'll be leaving a link to Grace's
channel.
I think channel. Yeah, I'm going to put that video, the 1.3 million views video. I'm going to put it. So please do take a look. Like there as well, share there, subscribe. We are one big family.
Yes.
And let's see you in a few weeks again. God bless you so much. Bye.
Bye. Imagine.
This thing is nice.
Reminds me of the biryanis. Because of the plain. Yes, because of the plain yogurt. I do a lot of biryani, so.
Oh my God.
That's the concept all along.
Any biryani. Hii footage niko nayo wewe hujui.
Ajui.
Si nishapata hiyo nakwambia.
Aya,